There are over 70 million deaf worldwide, and less than 2% know Christ. The reason for that is they don't have access to the gospel in their own language. Deaf people all around the world have their own heart languages, sign language. Many deaf people growing up struggle with literacy because reading and writing is based on sound. And deaf don't have access to these sounds, so they struggle with reading. Their heart language is a visual language, their first language. And the resources for the deaf in sign language are very limited, very few. Bibles have been printed in many different languages, but if a deaf person struggles with reading and it's not their first language, they may read it and think, is God hearing? He doesn't know sign language, and I can't read, so... Growing up in my small town, I was the only deaf person. My family were all hearing. I would go to church, and I didn't understand anything. I was hungry to learn, but I didn't have access, and it was very frustrating for me. I became angry with God. Why was I born deaf? I was a freshman in high school. I went to church, and the first day I told my dad I don't want to go back. My dad asked why, and I told him I didn't understand what was being said. My dad said, hold on, just wait. They went and discussed it, and next Sunday, I had a new teacher, my dad. He taught Sunday school through my 4 years of high school. He would give me the written lesson before class each week so that I could read it beforehand. Then there would be discussion in class, but I was still left out. My heart, my calling is to be a teacher of the deaf because I wanted them to have access to communication and the gospel in sign language. Then I went to college, and deaf were there. It was there I found my identity and why I was deaf. And I learned that many deaf have no knowledge or understanding about God or the Bible because it wasn't taught in sign language. That really impacted me. I realized my calling was to become a teacher so that the deaf could learn about God through sign language.
So I learned about the Bible a little bit when I was young from someone, but then they left and my mom took over. My mom signed, well, so-so at that time, and I was just learning some of the signs, and the pastor, I don't know his name, but I thought maybe that's Jesus. So then one day our family went out to a bowling alley to eat, and I saw it. I thought, Jesus just came on. And I said, Mom, look, Jesus just came in. And she said, oh no, honey, that's just a man. His name is Tom. He's the pastor. He's not Jesus. So the whole picture of God and the Bible, it wasn't fully clear to me. After college, I finally had a Bible in my heart language, in sign language.
We at Door International are developing a signed visual language Bible. Often when deaf people see the Bible in their own language, they respond with, finally, I understand.
That's right, distributing the Bible through sign language.
Door International is unique because it's twofold. We do Bible translations into sign languages and deaf church leadership and planting. We go assist other countries creating translation teams. We provide training, funding, coordination, and planning for their work. I oversee the translation team's work in different countries around the world.
We really appreciate all of your prayers. We really couldn't do it without you. It's amazing. When you pray, we see things happening in the deaf community. We see leaders and the movement of the Spirit, and we start having Bible studies and heart languages, and things are going on that we couldn't do without you and your prayers. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.